Now, brother, let me ask you this. You got kids, you got a family or no?
I do.
Okay, so let's say you put a note on your fridge. You got a big chocolate cake from Dairy Queen in your fridge. Let's say you got kids, a wife, you put on your fridge, you say, whosoever findeth the chocolate cake in the fridge, go ahead and get you a piece. Brother, are you talking to the neighbor?
Rise up against the dope dealers, against the gangbangers. Who gonna rise up against being oppressed? Who gonna rise up?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
That's the truth. Hey, man, you ain't subscribed yet? Stop playing games, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, do the comments. Let's go.
No.
That's right. You said no?
Nah, but
You don't want to be special. Deuteronomy 7:6.
man, I'm special through Christ, man. That's saved by the blood of the Lamb.
What does that mean?
Sacrifice for all humanity.
Oh, yeah, ask God everything. Hey, I'm glad y'all up here because y'all have the minds of what we was all brought up in, which is Christianity.
Dude, that's what you've
And we are here to teach the truth of the Bible, to teach our people their true nationality, and to teach how to get salvation. Because the churches ain't telling us how to get salvation. You understand? My grandma used to tell me that, brother. You saved by the blood. All you do is believe. Touch your heart when you say it. All you do is believe by the blood, and everything's gonna be all right. That's not true. That's not true. Read that.
The book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 31. Him have God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel.
So, contrary to popular belief, Christ came to give repentance to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
A lot of times when you read in the New Testament, the Gentiles, right? Those are the scattered Israelites that were going by Gentile names and customs. You understand? I know that's a big confusion in the church. They say, well, what about the Gentiles? Paul went to the Gentiles. No, Paul was sent to the northern kingdom of Israel, the Hispanics and Native Americans, so-called today. You understand? The kingdom of Judah was the so-called blacks. So we're out here teaching, thus saith the Lord. Repentance is for the Israelites, not for the whole world. Thus saith the Lord, not according to what I'm saying. Read that again.
Him had God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins.
So before we understand anything, we got to understand who we are.
You said the whole Bible, right?
Absolutely.
So what do you do with John 3:16?
Let's get it. John 3:16. Let's get it. Let's break it down. John 3:16.
Where's 3:14?
Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Get John 3:16. Let's start at 14. Read.
The book of John, chapter 3 and verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness.
As Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. What history is that going into?
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's the history of Israel. The history of Israel. The history when they were in the wilderness and the Israelites turned from God, and so they were being bit by serpents. So they lifted up a brass serpent, and if they would look to it, then they would be healed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. You studied, right?
Oh, I know.
The book of Numbers, chapter 21 and verse 8. And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten may be when he looketh upon it shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass. Verse 6. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people.
That's the history that you just spoke of. The Lord sent fiery serpents among the people of Israel. Read.
And they bit the people.
They bit the people. Read.
And much people of Israel died.
So that serpent of brass was to save who?
That was Israel, for sure.
Was to save Israel. So now go to John 3:16. I'm sorry, start at 14.
14.
Up to 16.
14.
Because this is giving an account of that history. Read.
John chapter 3 and verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
So it said, just as we're gonna read. It says, just as Moses lifted up that serpent in the wilderness, even so. What does even so mean?
Even so, what? So even so, the Son of Man must be lifted up, which is what's gonna.
So
But it's all context. So even so, the Son of Man must be lifted up.
That's why we went to Numbers.
Okay.
That's why we started at verse 15. What does even so mean?
Even so, the Son of Man must be lifted up.
Okay. Even so means the same way Jesus Christ is to be lifted up. Even so, meaning just like Moses and the serpent was lifted up to who? Brother, to who?
The serpent was lifted up.
To who? To save who?
It was lifted up so that the Israelites might.
Just like it was for the Israelites' salvation in the wilderness, even so, meaning the same way, read.
That whosoever,
Even so.
even so, must the Son of Man be lifted up.
That same way and for the same people is who Christ is going to be lifted up for. Even so means the exact same way. Read.
Verse 15.
Come on.
That whosoever believeth in him.
Whosoever of who? What's the context?
can't add though.
I'm not adding. We're getting the context.
No,
Get Acts 2. Acts 2 and 21. We're going to break it down. We're going to break it down. Verse 14 said, even so, meaning the same way the serpent was lifted, Jesus Christ is lifted to those same people today.
Right.
Now verse 15 says, whosoever, we're going to get whosoever, Acts 2 and 21.
The book of Acts chapter 2 and verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever
Saying the same thing as John 3:15.
shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Read the next verse.
Ye men of Israel, hear these words.
So it's giving you the context of the whosoever. It's talking to the Israelites.
No,
Go back to
specifically.
John 3:15.
That's specifically there. That specifically there. He is in Israel. He's in Jerusalem, and he's speaking to Israelites. So of course he would then address in that moment the Israelites. But you can't read that Acts then into John and say this is specifically who it's talking to.
John chapter 3 and verse 1.
Hey, we're going to give you the understanding of what you're reading. We're not going to tell you what Pastor Porkchop been telling you for 25 years. Read.
There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews.
So context, John chapter 3. Who is speaking? Who is being spoken to? Read it again.
There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews.
Christ is speaking to another Jew.
Right, for sure.
You understand?
Yeah, he's
That's
talking
the
to him.
context. This is a Jew speaking to another Jew about Jew business. You understand what I'm saying? That's the context. Get verse 14.
Take a word and make it mean whatever.
No, we're
It
giving-
says that whosoever. You can't remove that. He is talking to a Jewish man, but that doesn't mean it removes the whosoever.
Verse 14.
It does mean that.
And Moses lifted up this, and as Moses,
Because remember, in Acts 5:31, repentance is for who?
Repentance?
This is the New Testament.
No, but that's specific.
Hold on.
That's specific contents.
Repentance is for who?
Repentance is for everyone. It means to turn away, brother.
All right, we're going to get it. Finish that off.
and as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
So just like the serpent was lifted up to Israelites, the same way must Christ be lifted up to the Israelites. Read.
That whosoever.
Now, brother, let me ask you this. You got kids, you got a family or no?
I do.
Okay, so let's say you put a note on your fridge. You got a big chocolate cake from Dairy Queen in your fridge. Let's say you got kids, a wife, you put on your fridge, you say, whosoever findeth the chocolate cake in the fridge, go ahead and get you a piece. Brother, are you talking to the neighbor?
Am I talking to the neighbor? What do you mean? Here?
I'm gonna say it again because you're not paying attention. If in your house, you put a note on your fridge that says, whosoever findeth this chocolate cake that's in the fridge, go ahead and get you a piece. and the neighbor breaks into your house and finds that note, is that chocolate cake for him?
Yeah, but he's breaking in. That's the difference.
Is that chocolate cake for
If he's
him?
breaking in, that's different. Anyone who walks in my house can have a piece. Anyone who walks in.
Was your letter that said, whosoever findeth this cake, was that intended for the neighbor?
It's for whoever is invited in, brother.
You're not being genuine, bro.
I am being genuine.
You're not being genuine.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.